Hi everyone, my name is Lena Nguyen. I'm a family law attorney. Today we're going to talk about how to serve your spouse divorce papers. A petition is filed with the court to begin the divorce process. Once the court accepts your petition, you will need to serve your spouse. This is also referred to as service of process. This step is very important because it gives the person, in this case your spouse, notice that they are a party to a legal action. How do you serve divorce papers on your spouse? There are 6 methods you can use to properly notify your spouse of a pending divorce. Number 1, waiver. The simplest way is to just tell your spouse that you've filed for divorce. The caveat is that you would need your spouse to sign what is called a waiver of service. This is a document that your spouse will file with the court acknowledging that they have received an official copy of the filed petition and that they know that they are part of a divorce suit. Number 2, personal service. You can have a constable, a sheriff, or a private process server serve the divorce papers. They'll deliver the papers to your spouse, complete a return of service form stating when and where your spouse was served, and file the return of service form with the court. To get a constable or a sheriff to serve your spouse, you'll need to fill out a civil process request form with the clerk's office and pay the appropriate fee. If you choose this option, your spouse will not have to sign the paper saying he or she was served. Number 3, service by registered or certified mail with the return receipt requested. You can serve your spouse by mailing an official copy of the filed petition via certified mail with the return receipt requested. Once you receive the return receipt, you will give it to the clerk, who will then give you a return of service form to file. This is a tricky method because not all spouses will be so willing to sign for a certified letter. Someone else cannot sign for the letter either. Your spouse must sign his or her exact name as it appears on your petition. Number 4, motion for substituted service. You can ask the judge to allow you to serve or legally notify your spouse a different way. The judge will allow this if you've already tried to serve your spouse via personal service or via certified mail and you haven't had any success with that. And if you can confirm that your spouse lives, works, or can be found at the location where the service was attempted. You'll file what's called a motion for substituted service so that you can ask the judge for permission. If the judge grants this, the judge will fill out what's called an order for substituted service. This will allow the constable, sheriff, or the private process server to leave a copy of the petition with anyone over the age of 16 at the location specified in the order. The judge can also authorize any other type of legal notice. The 5th method is service by posting. Service by posting is when you serve your spouse by having a notice posted at the courthouse. You have to file what's called a motion for citation by posting with the court asking the judge to allow you to use this method of service. The judge will usually grant this method if the following requirements are met. A, you cannot find your spouse. B, there are no children involved. C, your wife is not pregnant. And D, your wife does not have any children under the age of 18 that were born during your marriage with another man. Number 6, the last method is service by publication. Service by publication is when notification of the divorce suit is published in the newspaper. This method is only proper if you cannot find your spouse and there are no children involved. You must file what's called a motion for citation by publication with the court. If granted, the judge will issue an order directing that notice be placed in a newspaper that circulates in the county where the court is located. Newspapers usually have an entire section devoted to legal notices. The notice will be published once a week for 4 consecutive weeks.
Thank you so much for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Also, if you live in Texas and would like a free self-help divorce kit, please check the description box below to sign up.